As everyday civilians, not just in the crossfire, but the targets of Russian fire. Joining us now, Archbishop Metropolitan Borys Gudziak. He's the highest-ranking Ukrainian Catholic prelate in the U.S. He's also president of the Ukrainian Catholic University, which happens to be very close to me here in Lviv. It's good to have you on, Archbishop. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for the service. 14 of your colleagues have given their lives to bring the news to the world, and we're very grateful to all the journalists.
Thank you for saying that. Yes, a lot of journalists on the front lines here. I want to ask you this, because there's a quality of this war that has religion being weaponized. We see, for instance, on the Russian side, Russian Orthodox priests egging the Russian invasion on, even in the midst of all the suffering we're seeing. Every war brings suffering. There's particularly suffering to this war because civilians seem to be a target of this, not just the collateral damage, right, of the war. As a priest, when you see that, how do you react to that?
Well, I think we all, as human beings, we too are human. We're devastated. But, this is the story of the human race. Adam grabbed while God was giving. God gave Adam everything and said, don't take that fruit because you'll die if you take it. And what we're seeing is a mega grab. Russia has 11 time zones. It's 28 times as big as Ukraine. And yet the human being grabs for more and kills to do so. And that's what Easter is all about. It's this week is full of this story: death, life, friendship, betrayal, heroism, and just the worst that the human being is capable of.
Well, you're right to cite, and I've seen that through weeks of covering this war, that you have brutality, ruthlessness, you have courage, certainly. You also have enormous signs of generosity. For instance, the hospitality of neighboring countries who've taken in millions and millions of Ukrainians just in the span of a few weeks. You've been speaking to folks like that, folks who've escaped the war here, the lucky ones, right? What do they say to you?
Well, some of them are my relatives, and they're glad to be in safe places. They want to go home. These are not people who left by choice. They left to save their lives, and they do hope they will go home. And the most inspiring conversations are with people in Ukraine. I don't know, Jim, if you get this sense, but the people have resolve. They're in it for the long haul. Yeah. They understand that this is freedom or death. And Ukraine, we see it from the president, but the president is really a reflection of the whole population. It's not Zelensky really that has made the country as it looks on the outside, but it's the people that have made Zelensky. And this is an epical battle of good against evil, and the eyes of the world are riveted to it because it's so evident.
Yeah. It is, of course, past midnight here in Lviv, so it's Easter Sunday in the Orthodox Church. How do you articulate a message of both the reality of this war, which is clear before our eyes every day, but also some sort of hope? How do you articulate that? And of course, I know it fits with the Easter message, right? A day to celebrate resurrection. How do you communicate that?
Well, one way is, looking carefully at and talking about the people in Ukraine. The greatest love, Jesus says that the greatest love is when one gives one's life for one's friends. That's John 15:13. We're seeing that greatest love manifested in different ways, whether it's the soldiers or journalists or volunteer workers, the kitchen staff, the politicians. People are together, and that will overcome. You hear it from Ukrainians. You hear it from the president. There's a will and a confidence in the fact that life will overcome, even in the middle of this devastation. And that is the message of the resurrection. Now it's coming in a strange, gruesome way. Russian soldiers are writing "Christ is risen" on the artillery shells in this night. There's telephone conversations that have been intercepted, and we will see Patriarch Kirill, who is egging on this war, proclaiming life in Christ today. And you know, there's a lot of paradox. There's paradox in the church, in the human race, but God's truth will prevail, and that's the story of this Easter.
Well, we'll be looking for those hopeful messages as best we can and try to chronicle, right, the reality of the cruelty we're seeing as well. Archbishop Borys Gudziak, thanks so much for joining us, and we wish you a happy Easter.
God bless you, Jim. We say Christos voskres, Christ is risen. Be safe, and thank you again for the service that you're rendering.
Thank you, too, to your service. We'll still ahead this hour, 2